Hello students, this is the final part of the chapter Human Reproduction. In my previous videos I have talked about several topics that are about the process of reproduction, right? I have talked about menstrual cycle, I have talked about the mechanism of fertilization, which was quite a vast and elaborate topic, and then I've also discussed about the development of embryo, the process of implantation. Now we come to the final part of the chapter, and we have to know about a few terms and their importance in the process of reproduction. Okay, so our first topic for today is placenta. I hope you have heard this term previously. Placenta is an organ which forms an intimate connection between the fetal membrane and the uterine wall of the mother's body. Okay, so it is mainly made up of tissues. And what is its function? What is the significance of the placenta? The main functions of placenta is that it provides nutrition, respiration. It also helps in excretion of the fetus. How? Through the placenta, which is nothing but tissues, nutritious substances that are needed for the growth of the fetal membrane are passed from the mother's body into the body of the fetus, okay, through the placenta. Similarly, it also helps in respiration. The oxygen that the fetus needs, okay, to live its life are also passed through the placenta, and whatever carbon dioxide is given out by the placenta are also given out into the mother's blood, again via the placenta. As I said, placenta also helps in excretion. That means whatever the excretory products are formed in the body of the fetus are all given out into the mother's body, are all excreted out from the body of the fetus into the mother's body, again via this placenta. Okay, and other functions include storage. The placenta helps in the storage of glycogen, fat, etc. It also has some endocrine functions, like some hormones, some female hormones which are required during the whole process of pregnancy, like estrogen, progesterone. These are already there in the female body, but during pregnancy they are required in larger amounts. So estrogen, progesterone, relaxin, HCG, the full form of HCG is human chorionic gonadotropin. So these are some hormones which are required in large amounts during the whole pregnancy period, and they are produced within the placenta. Okay, and so these are all the functions of placenta. So to sum it up, all the main functions of placenta include nutrition. It provides nutrition, it helps in respiration, it also helps in excretion, it helps in storage, it helps in endocrine functions. So these are the main functions of placenta. Our next topic is parturition. Okay, so during the process of pregnancy, pregnancy is also known as gestation period. Okay, so during this whole process of pregnancy, which is in human beings, which is about more or less 9 months, so during this whole process, the fetus keeps on growing and develops all the little organs in its body, and at the end of the pregnancy, that is in humans, which is 9 months, it grows into a little version of a fully grown human being, right? So the act of expelling the fully grown young one from the mother's body as a result of the contractions of the uterus is known as parturition. Okay, so when the parturition is nothing but the act of expelling the fully grown baby from the mother's body. Okay, it is known as parturition. And the process of parturition starts with labor. Labor process, you must have heard of this term, and there are 3 stages of labor. The labor pain that a mother undergoes right when it is a time for the birth of the human being, this whole process, the process of labor, is divided into 3 phases. The first phase is stage of dilation. What is dilation? What is the stage of dilation? When the cervix of the female body is starting to develop or expand. That stage can last for about 6 to 12 hours. Okay, so that stage is known as stage of dilation, when slowly the cervix starts to dilate, and it continues till the cervix is completely dilated. Okay, next stage is stage of expulsion. Stage of expulsion meaning the act of expelling the baby out from the uterus. Okay, so it starts from the time when the cervix is completely dilated until the baby is expelled out. It may last from 10 minutes to several hours. Last stage is placental stage. Placental stage starts right after the stage of expulsion. Okay, and until the placenta is expelled out of the mother's body due to excessive uterine contractions. So these are the 3 stages of the labor pain that a mother undergoes during or just before and after giving birth to a baby. Okay, so last topic for today is lactation. From the name only you can understand that it is related to the secretion of milk in the mammary glands of the new mother after the birth of her baby. Okay, so what is lactation? The production of milk in the mammary glands is known as lactation. Okay, and during the process of pregnancy, the mammary glands of the woman undergoes differentiation, and it starts producing milk starting from the end of the pregnancy and after the birth of the baby. Okay, so now some hormones are responsible for the production of this milk in the mammary gland. So which hormones are these? Mainly the prolactin hormone helps in the secretion of milk in the mammary gland of the mother, and this prolactin hormone is secreted from the anterior pituitary gland. So it helps in secretion of the milk. But after the birth of the baby, when the baby starts to nurse from the mother's mammary glands, the hormone oxytocin, which is secreted from the posterior pituitary gland, this hormone oxytocin helps in the ejection of the milk. So which are the 2 hormones? Prolactin, okay, and then oxytocin. Okay, so these 2 hormones help in the secretion. This one helps in secretion and this one helps in ejection of the milk from the mother's body. Now comes the term you have heard of, colostrum. Okay, you must have heard of this term. Colostrum is the first milk which comes from the mammary glands of the mother right after the birth. Okay, and this milk is very much important for the baby. Why? Because it is very much rich in protein and less in fat. Okay, so protein rich and less fat milk is very important for the growth of the future growth of the baby, because this milk contains antibodies IgA, immunoglobulin A, which provide passive immunity to the newborn infant. Okay, this immunoglobulin A are found in the colostrum, which is the first formed milk right after the childbirth, and it is very, very important for the child's growth. Next, coming to the importance of lactation. Why lactation is important? It is both advantageous for the baby and the mother. Why? Because mother's milk is a balanced diet for the baby, because for the first 6 months or 1 year the baby doesn't eat other things a lot. At least for 6 months the baby does not eat anything else except the mother's milk. So the mother's milk contains all the nutritious products that should be in a baby's balanced diet. Okay, so it is a complete balanced diet which is also natural. Next, it protects the baby from infections and provides it immunity due to the colostrum which contains immunoglobulin A. Okay, and various growth promoting factors such as epidermal growth factors, insulin are present in the human milk, which thus helps the baby in his or her future life. And human milk is easily digestible. So human milk, since the baby is very small and can't eat anything else, the human milk is easily digestible and very much nutritious also for the baby. And lastly, coming to the advantages of the mother, it is a natural way of contraception and birth spacing. So when you're nursing a child, it is a natural process of contraception. Okay, so when you're nursing, you will not have another baby at that time. Okay, and it also helps in the release of oxytocin hormones, which is very much beneficial for the mother. So these are the few advantages which are very much important for both mother and the baby. So this chapter is complete, the chapter human reproduction. It was a long chapter and one important chapter as well. I will provide the PDF as I have always provided along with each video, and I will also provide some question answers. You go through the chapter, learn the chapter very well and solve the question answers. If you have any problem, you can comment in the comment box. I will try to solve them. Thank you.